Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be making roses. Uh, Making of roses should be part of your collections, all right? You should be able to create some roses by yourself without having to go to the market to buy, and the roses will look good. So to make these roses, I would be needing to cut out some circles, and the fabric I'm using is a satin fabric. So I promise that once in a while we'll be coming up with designs of roses that we would be using for our work. So with this satin, is a brother satin, I will fold 2 inches, like you are seeing now. I will fold 2 inches. So it means that this fabric is 4 inches because it is the 2 inches is on a fold. All right. After that, we are going to cut out 4 inches. 4 inches. That's the length. All right, which is 4 by 4. That's just it. So this, what we are cutting now, um is a square. It is 4 by 4. All right. So when we cut it, to enable us cut our circle easily, we just fold it into two. You see the edge where my hand is, where I'm holding. Yeah, that's where you should take a measurement of 1.5 from. That is if you want this exact size of circle I have. But if you want something smaller, then you can do 3 by 3 and then take a measurement of 1 inch and then you cut out. All right. So this is the size of the circle. Then the next thing we'll do is that we're going to burn around the body of the circle. This burning is going to make it look smooth, presentable. It's going to add beauty also to the edges. All right. And one major thing is that it's going to um stop the rope of the satin from pulling out. All right. So you burn, just tap it down a little. Then we'll go ahead and cut the same measurement of circle with a chest wording. So it's 4 by 4 chest wording, fold. The same process we just used in cutting out the satin is the same process I've just used in cutting out the chest wording. So we are going to be laying the satin on the chest wording. I can tell you for free that in my market over here in Delta State, this roses sells for 1,000 naira. All right. So I'm teaching you what we save money. So we go ahead, and then what the next step I'm going to do is to use my needle and thread, all right, to just like give it like 2 to 3 freehand stitches and move it in. Now this process I am doing, if you do not wish to go through it with needle, you can use your machine to be more precise. So you can just like take a little pleat by the corner of your circle, so it's going to make it to like gather up a little bit. All right. And then before you start to place it around the chest wording. So but I am going to be using my hand. I'm not using machine, because either you use machine or you use your freehand needle, you are going to have the same result. All right. And then of course, the number of circle I cut down before I started this work is 50. I cut down 50 circles. All right. So my first turn on the circle took about 15 of the circle. 15. So it actually depends on how full you want it to be. That is how tight you want to push in your roses. All right, how tight you want it. If you don't want it too free, you want it to really gather and stand very well. All right, so you can push, you can use up to like 20 or even 25 in this particular circle. And then if you want to be really precise with what you are doing, okay, I will advise that you mark your circle round. All right, where the first layer will stay, where the second layer will stay, where the third layer will stay, where the fourth layer will stay, so that you will get your roses accurately in position and you'll be able to determine your midpoint. All right. But because I'm just doing training, that's why I'm just doing free and with whatever I am doing. I bet you, if you can make these roses, you do not need to go and buy roses. I can tell you that for free. You can make very gorgeous roses, or embellishment for yourself that you will be so proud of. You don't need to spend money. And one other unique thing with it is the fact that when you create embellishment for yourself, your client cannot see that embellishment anywhere. No other designer can see that embellishment anywhere. That is why it is very important that you learn some of these things. Don't just rely on the roses, the regular roses in the market for all your work. Okay, so it's quite easy. We just keep laying the circles. Mine is not too full, all right. It's not too full, but for the purpose of this class, I think it's okay. So we just go round, continue going round. While we have to pass the circle through the thread. All right, one is going to help it to sit properly. Secondly, is going to ensure that it is durable. You don't just like gum it with your hand. You can do that, but it's not going to be durable. So it's going to ensure that it is durable. So that's one other reason why I think we should go through with this type of method, using your thread, your needle and thread. Just pick a bit of the edge just to help you curve it a little. That picking is just helping us to give it a little curve, all right? So you can see how the roses is coming out. As you do that, you keep applying your hot glue to it. So assuming you want to make this and you don't have light to plug your hot glue and all of that, of course you can just light your candle and pack your hot glue on it to melt and just keep applying to do your work. So what I'm trying to say is that you mustn't have uh, a generator set to create roses. You mustn't have because power supply in Nigeria is always epileptic, so you do not need to depend on the power supply. You can just go through using your candle, that is your normal candle you light, and then the candle glue, and you will be able to still do your roses and you get a very good result. So you see we still have some space at the middle. We can choose to like keep filling it up. We can also create other kind of designs at the middle if we so desire to. There are different ways we can create this rose. This is just one of the numerous ways through which we can create this type of roses. And what can you do with this? So there are a lot of things you can actually do with these roses. You can add them to your fascinators. You can add them to your turban. All form of designs. You can use it on its own on a band, like a band. Just to like use a simple headwear, add little feathers to it, and you see that what you've just done is great. Okay, so this is how I make the rose. You can create any other form of designs at the middle. So I pray as I come up with different styles of how you can create your own embellishment, I'll be showing you different things that you can actually do with very simple materials around you, and you can come up with great ideas with them. Okay, so you can see it. You see the middle is just there, so we're going to create another design just to cover that middle. Okay, we're going to still use the same circle. We're just going to like create some kind of fold, a different type of fold, that can help us to fill in that middle and close every space around that middle. Okay, so we're just going to create a fold. Okay, so as you watch, I believe you understand the rest part of this video. The video is almost done. I believe that when you watch it carefully, you'll be able to get the exact thing I'm doing. But if you still feel you have questions after watching carefully, do well to drop it on the comment section. I would respond to you as quick as possible. All right. So now, if today is your first time discovering Creative Ends International, I want to say welcome first of all, and then secondly, please do not forget to subscribe to this channel before leaving today. Okay, and don't forget that you can use my numbers on my screen to reach me, especially if you want me to make any product for you. you can reach me. And then if you think you want to meet me, you want to ask some questions also, you can still use my numbers to reach me. I will be waiting to hear from you. So from my end is goodbye. Do have a wonderful day and I love you. Bye.